So A asks, how was my relationship with my flatmates? What are some good spots for food in Sheffield? And any fresher events you recommend? How do you adapt and make friends in another country by yourself? Do you have any tips to fight procrastination? Hello everyone, it's Suki here, and seeing from the title, I am going to answer all of the burning questions you have kindly submitted from my last video in this video. I will not answer every single one of the questions submitted because there are quite a few. I'm actually surprised. Just thank you so much for contributing to making this video possible, but I will try to pick out the most useful one, the most relevant one, and the ones that I think that I can answer the best through my own experience as a university student. If you didn't know, I study at the University of Sheffield, obviously, hence the hoodie, and right now I am a second year student studying digital media and society. I am also working during intro week, therefore you will see me a lot at the Students' Union. I've already met a lot of my viewers, my supporters, my friends, If you see me in the Students' Union, just pop over and say hi, and if you have any question, don't be afraid to ask me in person because I don't bite. Maybe. So let's see. I didn't really look through the questions until now, which is not very prepared, but I just want to do it, very raw. Nicholas HD asked, do you like university so far? Well, let me tell you, university hasn't started for me technically yet. Right now it's just orientation week, and next week is intro week, and then the week after that is university lecture classes. That's when university actually start. So of course I love university so far right now because I'm just working for the university, meeting new people, meeting you guys, having so many nice chat, meeting people from all over the world. But if you are asking me about the academic side of university, I will have to link it back to my first year. Because I picked the course that I actually really enjoy from the bottom of my heart, which is digital media and society, which made my experience in university very enjoyable because the course is what I've expected. In a nutshell, university is great. I just love uni. I'm really sad that it's only a 3-year long course. I wish it's longer, but I will cherish the time I still have in here. So A asks, how was my relationship with my flatmates? Wow, this is a tricky question because I never had flatmates for my first year. I lived in the university hall, so I live with 30 people, so I don't really count them as my flatmates. But this year I am moving into a flat where I do have flatmates, but my flatmate hasn't moved in yet, so I can't answer that question. But the second part of the question is, and how did you decide who to live with in second year? Basically, I made a lot of close friends through my accommodation since my accommodation is the university hall. Therefore, it was really easy to help me to make friends that are also studying at the same university as me, and therefore I really recommend you to pick university hall rather than private accommodation for your first year because it will be a lot easier for you to make really close friends. Basically just pick some close friends to live with, and also need to consider living standards of you and your friends. So if you have some habits, then would they be able to cope with it? And I feel like the best way is you have to live with them in the first year. So basically, and then see if you can live with them, and if you can, then continue to the second year, and if you can't, then find some new people to live with for your second year. The Dreamer, the Magician asked, do people usually use their laptops during lectures or take notes on paper? I personally started university through taking notes on paper. I bought notebooks and stuff, but I just feel like university lecturers, the professor, are rapid talking speed. They talk so quickly. Even though some lectures are recorded, I still want to get the notes down immediately. I don't want to spend my time after the lecture to go back to my dorm and just listen to the lecture again to make notes where I can pause it. So therefore I normally type now because it's way faster than my writing speed, but it really is just a personal preference. I feel like 80% of my lectures people do type instead of writing on paper, but there are also still people that choose to write on paper. It's just what you're more comfortable with. People don't judge if you're writing on paper just because the majority is typing on laptop. Sometimes I do write on paper too, but then because it's not that efficient and effective enough, therefore I have kind of just leaned towards using my laptop because I feel like I can take more concise and just like legible notes. Sad Wahid, I think, asked what to do if the accommodation you're in, everyone is of the same nationality except for you. You just don't overthink it, and even if there's some culture differences, you might eat different things than your flatmates, you might sleep at different times, you might have some like rituals in your religion, I don't know. Just compromise. I just feel like you should take that chance that you're living in such like a different environment, because at home you definitely wouldn't be living with all people with different nationality. You should take that as a good thing and see it in a good light, and kind of just learn about different cultures, interact with them, maybe learn a new language if your friend is from like France or something. I don't know what nationality your flatmates are. Use this as like a good thing, not seeing it as a bad thing, because it is what it is. You can't do anything about it. So like I would be really excited to be able to live in the flat with like people that is different race than me, because I'm just really interested in culture and everything, and just trying out new food is just a great opportunity where you don't have to travel overseas, but just really having like a close interaction with like people from different culture for free, like right next to your room, which is super cool. Libby Hopkinson asked a lot of questions, so I'm gonna just pick a few. What was the work-life balance like for you? First year doesn't really count. I already made a whole video talking about like my first year experience. You just have to pass. You don't really need to like get like first in everything, but therefore it's more chill. I just try to spend more time socializing, joining activity, branching out, stepping out of my comfort zone instead of just hiding in my room studying all the time. Of course, during exam periods, I do go to the library, I do study in my room most of the time. I just feel like the best thing to do is to make a routine for yourself that you could stick to for the year. But me personally, I just kind of went with the flow. It just kind of just adds up and kind of just like went smoothly together. I just make sure to go to the freshers fair, activities fair, everything, like the big events, and just kind of see what I'm into, join the activities, and always just make sure that work doesn't consume and swallow me, since first year really doesn't count, and first year is just you trying to get used to the university environment, and I don't want you to stay in your room every single day just trying to get the grades, because that's not what university is about. It's about making friends, stepping out of your comfort zone, networking, and just building a future for yourself. And academic grade is important, but that is not the only aspect of making yourself a better person. You have to also learn how to interact with people, and those are also important aspects of life where you can't learn from academic books. So I just feel like even though university kind of just like shouts great, but I just feel like you don't forget that you also need to join societies and have fun and go party at the same time. What are some good spots for food in Sheffield? Okay, depends where you live, but personally, since I'm like in Chinese, I really do try to branch out and don't eat that much Chinese food in Sheffield. The Students' Union do sell really good food. They have like, one of my personal favorite is Grill and Go. It's pretty much everyone's favorite. It's really affordable, like burrito / wrap, so you can just add whatever filling you want. It's like Subway, but instead of like bread, you have like wrap instead, which I really like. And there's also a salad bar in the Students' Union for a more healthier option. It's super affordable. It's like £3.95 for a really big bowl of salad that's pasta, has like chicken, has like veggies and everything you want. So that's a really good choice. And also there's a vegetarian cafe in the University of Sheffield Student Union as well. I'm not a vegetarian myself, but the food there is actually pretty decent, considering that it's like meatless, but there's also fake meat, if you get what I mean, like fake chicken, corn and stuff. But I do like to go there if I want to get a cup of coffee and stuff, because it's affordable and it's cheaper than going out, and you're also helping the University of Sheffield to fund and to improve, because what the money you put in is what they're gonna use to improve the students union, which you also use. So I feel like the students union do provide good food, but if you want to go to the city, Jimmy's Kitchen is a good place for Turkish food. It's a student's favorite, and it's quite affordable compared to other Turkish food places. If you're living near Encliffe, there's Five Rivers, I think it's called. It sells Vietnamese pho, which is great for my Asian tooth, and I think the pho in there is pretty decent. A bit pricier compared to like eating it in Hong Kong, obviously, because you're overseas, but it is what it is. And there's also Flavors in near Encliffe next to Morrison's, which sells kebabs and just like scrans, like unhealthy stuff that you can cheat on once few weeks, which is also a great option. Let me think. Near me there's a place called Sushi Express, which does sell pretty decent Japanese food. I never tried their raw fish sushi before, but I tried their hot food like teriyaki chicken rice, and it's just pretty decent. Like as an Asian person, I've of course had better Japanese food because I always go to Japan, but Sushi Express is a pretty decent place to get Japanese food. And also Yes Sushi, it's on West Street, it's also a pretty decent place to get Japanese food. Okay, last but not least, for dessert place, I recommend Sunday Gelato because it opens until like late at night. So if you have like a mini craving, it's on West Street, it's like right at the city center, and they sell like cookie dough, waffles, like anything you can imagine, they sell it there. It's like a really big store that you probably will catch your eyes. It's like pink. It's called Sunday Gelato. I also forgot to mention Lounge 418 is also a very good option. It's opened by my friend's parents from Hong Kong. I'm not saying it because I'm trying to help them and plug and whatever, not paid to say that, but I genuinely love their food. My favorite dish by them is the halloumi and pineapple burger. It's really affordable. There's like a 15% student discount. It's super cheap, and it's on Ecclesall Road. So if you live in Encliffe/Ranmore, it's just right through the botanical gardens, and that is also another option to go for if you want to find a coffee shop to chill at. So yeah, that's all my food recommendation that I have on top of my head. There might be a lot more because Sheffield is such a good place for food. There's also like a really famous like waffles plus fried chicken place called Fox something, I forgot, but I'll just put the name on it. I've never tried that before, but I see it on Instagram all the time. But I feel like if you tell me to list everything, the list just go on, and right here are just a few places that I kind of just remember on top of my head. What kind of things should I do during intro week? Go to at least one party. Let me tell you, even though I say that university doesn't mean partying, Sheffield does have a lot of partying opportunities. So like Freshers Fest is like a party, Raw, Pop Tarts, those are all like nights out that are quite famous in the Students' Union. I feel like if you're new to nights out, then stick with the one that are hosted by the university. It's just more safe because everyone around you are university students. So if you go out clubbing like in the city center, there are famous places like Code Court, Revolution, Paris, a lot more that are just everyone can go in, strangers can go in, like old men can go in, creepy people can go in. So I feel like if you have never been on a night out before and you're new to this, I feel like you should just stick to the universities ones first, and if you get more comfortable, then you can just go out to the city ones, because the city ones are definitely more dangerous and people do spike your drinks sometimes if you're unlucky. So yeah, obviously always pre-drink, don't drink in the club because drinks are expensive and people might spike your drink. Join Give It a Go, obviously. Give It a Go is also just basically a one-off thing where you can try, and if you don't like it, you can just quit. So like there's Give It a Go for everything, for every sport, for Quidditch, for rugby, for badminton, for football, for futsal, and there's also arts and craft, meditation, dancing, K-pop dancing, ballet. So like if you always have like a burning interest, for example, for ballet, and you never really had the chance to do it when you were in secondary school, then join a Give It a Go and see if you like it. If you do, commit to it, join the society. If you don't, then it's fine, it's chill, you can just never show up again. That's the good thing about Give It a Go, because it's literally just give it a go. If you like it, stick to it. If you don't, then don't. Also, there is a Students' Union food deal, which is like buy one get one free for the whole day on Wednesday of the intro week, and activities fairs on Thursday of the intro week, and sports fairs on Friday of the intro week. Go to every single one of those, and you find stuff that you want to do, you meet new people, and you might see me there. Also, on the same day as the activities fair, so the Thursday of the intro week, there is a University of Sheffield street food market which is hosting on the concourse of the Students' Union, where there's live music, there's a lot of little stalls that you can try out some food from Sheffield. So if you're interested in food and stuff, then you should go to that one, because I've been last year and the vibe is pretty chill and you can just meet new people as well. There's a really good alpaca farm that I freaking adore. Like seriously, if you have like a free day, go to the alpaca farm. Your heart will be like so filled with love because the alpacas are so cute. And just go to the Peak District and explore. And there's just so many things to do in Sheffield. And let's just go on and on. How do we locate our timetables? That is asked by BBY Gel. I don't know how to say your name, I'm sorry. Download the iSheffield app where you can have access to all the university information, the timetable, where the printer is, where the library is, just right on your phone. Basically your timetable will be on there. If you don't have the app, you can go on your Mole Sheffield, and go on your Muse and go on your timetable there. But download the app because you will need it nevertheless. And any tips for budgeting? I am not a great person at budgeting. I do spend a lot of money, but let me just say the best way is just meal prep. Just like buy your grocery in chunks and prep for the week. That's the best way to save money, because if you go to the supermarket every single day, you just kind of spend money on the stuff that you don't need, because normally that's what I do. I say I want to go to the supermarket to buy yogurt. I walk through the aisle, I just put my hands on peanut butter, on chickpeas, on more vegetables, on some chips, on ice cream, because I was just like, why not? Like, I might eat it later in the week anyway. But if you force yourself to only go to the supermarket once, then chances of you just like overbuying will reduces significantly. But I'm not the best person to ask for budgeting because I don't budget myself. I just buy whatever I need, and I try to limit myself not to buy things that I don't need. So like new gym clothes, new leggings, new dresses, new shoes, like stuff that I don't actually need. I just try to spend my money on food, my electricity bills, my rent, and that's it. So that is all I can say. I feel like you can find better videos on budgeting. I'm not that good. She also asked, what's the general vibe of Sheffield as a city? One word to describe it is it's super tranquil and the people are so nice, and they use the word love all the time, especially like the elderly people. They always say it's like, oh, what you up to, love? Are you okay, love? Like, it's just so sweet. Like when they say love, I just think love is such a pretty word, and I'm just glad they use it a lot in Sheffield, especially the older generation, which is great. I just love elderly people. They're the nicest people out there. But yeah, Sheffield is a great city. It's filled with students, which makes it very safe. It's very student friendly. Most stores have student discounts. Sheffield is a city I really, really love. I love it more than I've expected. I don't say that a lot, so that's pretty amazing. Is travel easy / inexpensive? I don't know what you mean, like as in like flying across the sea or like traveling within Sheffield. Of course, flying overseas from Hong Kong to Sheffield is so expensive. Therefore, I don't think I'm going back home this summer. Instead, I'm taking an internship and staying in the UK, because just time consuming, 12 hours flight, and it's just so expensive. But traveling within Sheffield is not that hard. Everything is walking distance for me. Since I'm a student, I don't really need to go far away. I live next to the uni anyway, and like if I need to go buy grocery, it's just downstairs. If I need to get food, it's just around me. If I need to go to class, I can just walk there. Everything is just walking distance, unless I want to go to like the Peak District, or if I want to go to Meadowhall. But there's also always a tram for it. There's a tram system that goes through Sheffield. Buses are also £1 for all students right now. There's Ubers are a lot cheaper in the UK too. There's trams, so I feel like traveling generally isn't a hassle for me. But there isn't like metro in Sheffield, which is different from London, because London there's like tube underground, but I don't think it's necessary since Sheffield is such like, it's not like a massive city anyway, and like you don't really need to go like use the tube to go to places, because everything is just right by your doorstep. Going to Sheffield on Sunday, Hannah said, oh, I'm so excited for you, and any fresher events you recommend. I already answered that question. Just like go partying, give it a go, see what you're interested in, and go to the activities fair, sports fair, freshers fair. Definitely freshers fair because you get free Domino's pizza. Buttercup asks, I'm starting digital media and society at Sheffield. Will I see you there? Yes, you will. You probably will. I am working, as I said earlier in this video, I'm working for the university. So during intro week, I will always be at the Students' Union, just standing either at the plaza or the concourse or Glossop Road, just like being there to help you, assist you, guide you, direct you. So you probably see me, but I'm glad you're doing the same course as me because I'm pretty sure you love it because I love it a lot. HWE asks, I'm doing my A-level next year and I'm planning to go to Sheffield for university, but I'm scared as an international student. How do you adapt and make friends in another country by yourself? Whew, this is so relevant. I am living in like a massive flat alone right now, and if you didn't know, I cried in one of my vlogs because I was feeling so lonely. So I have to be upfront with you. There are times that you will feel lonely, you will feel homesick. This is inevitable, okay? Like, I don't want to tell you that, oh, Sheffield is so great, you won't ever feel homesick, because it is a stage of life. You just have to distract yourself, keep yourself busy, find a new hobby. For me, it's gym. Like, I just try to go to the gym, sweat it out, kind of just like clear my mind and just stop thinking about the negative thoughts in my head. Guys, I want to show you guys something. Look, that's the University of Sheffield students. They're marching for climate strike. I was gonna go, but I didn't have time today because I need to film this video and I have a job shift tomorrow. But, oh, that's what I like to see. Oh gosh. Look at this. It's the climate change strike today and I'm glad I can film this. Okay, so back to answering your question. I just feel like if you want to make friends, I always say this, join societies, talk to your flatmate, find people that have the same interests as you, therefore join societies, because basically if you join like skateboarding society, you'll find people that like skateboarding as much as you do, and it's easier for you to start conversation and just have a lifelong friendship. So that is how you can make friends, and adapting is not that easy really, but like always try to, how do you say it? Try to like find stuff that you like to do in that specific country. So for me, in the UK, I love going to parks. I love going to the gym because gym is so cheap here. It's just, since Sheffield is such a student city, it's so much cheaper than Hong Kong. So I take advantage of that. Hong Kong isn't very green. There's a lot of buildings and skyscraper. So I take advantage of going to the parks. So I just like to find things that I like specifically in Sheffield where I can't find in Hong Kong, which makes me feel like this is such a special place in my heart. Yeah, and also don't think about your parents too much. Don't call them too much. That's just the best way. Just keep your mind off the things that you are lingering onto and just like make yourself at home, decorate your room, do everything you like, and just like cherish your time being independent without your parents. The first 2 days you might feel really horrible, so just give yourself some time. Like, it won't go away in 1 or 2 days, maybe like a few weeks or even months, but you get there, and good luck. Do you have any tips to fight procrastination? Okay, that's asked by Ricky530. Planner. Basically, I like to plan my life basically in this University of Sheffield. Oh my gosh, I'm such an advocate for my university. But I bought this during last year's fresh intro week, and I've been using this for a year now. I use it every single day. It just changed my life. I feel so planned. So basically, I write everything I need to do on that day, and I just take it off when I finish it. And just think of the things that you could get from doing it. So like, if I want to procrastinate, just tell yourself like, oh, if I waste this time, like I'm just gonna get bad grades. If I don't go to this like social event because I'm procrastinating, then I might miss out. Just push yourself, motivate yourself, write it down, like go to this social event, like study this chapter today, and then just do it, just do it. Like, I don't know what else to say. Get your butt off the chair and just walk to the desk and sit there and just do your work, and then you can just do whatever you want after you finish it. Is it easy to live at Sheffield as a vegan? Yes, it is. Like, I feel like living in Hong Kong is very hard to be vegetarian or even vegan, but living in like Western societies, I feel like vegetarian and vegan are very common in here. basically nearly every restaurant I know, except for like Asian food restaurant, they do sell vegetarian/vegan option. Sainsbury, they always have like vegetarian/vegan sausages, vegan pasta, whatever. I don't know, is vegan pasta a thing? But it's definitely very easy, and you don't need to worry about that. I feel like it's quite a common thing to be a vegetarian here, and less likely vegan, but there are also plenty of vegans in Sheffield. Okay, how do you manage and buy your groceries so that the quantity is just right for one person? I already answered like a similar question about the budgeting thing. To answer your question, by Symphonia Doll, I'm really bad at that. I just have to be straightforward. I'm really bad at just like buying grocery that is the quantity for just me. So therefore, I normally get like a storage box for my food and just put the leftover food in the fridge and eat it tomorrow. I feel like that is the best way. If you are overbuying and overcooking, then just leave the leftover food for tomorrow so you don't waste anything. That's all I can say, because I'm not good at just buying grocery at the quantity, at like the perfect quantity. Where do you buy your groceries? I used to buy it in Morrison's all the time because it's really affordable, and I used to live in Encliffe, so it's like a walk away. But now, because I live in city center, Morrison's, Aldi, Lidl is not very accessible for me, so I have to buy my grocery from Sainsbury, which is more pricier. But I feel like if you have Morrison's, Aldi, or Lidl near you, try to buy your main grocery from there, because it's just cheaper, it's very student friendly, and if you're trying to save money, those are some good places to start. How often do you go into town center? I live in the town center, so I live there, so I literally go there every single day. So yeah, but I assume if you ask that you're living in Encliffe or Ramore next year, then when I lived in Encliffe and Ramore, literally only go to the town center if I have a lecture in the Diamond and that's close to the city center. Then I might just walk to the city center and see if I want to buy anything, or I just go during the weekend because it's a trek walking from Encliffe to the city center. So I only go if I have time or if I'm already close to the city center. Are your friends mostly people doing your course? So my friends are people doing my course, people who live in my accommodation, people who I met through work, people who I met through societies. So those are the 4 main places, and also through YouTube. And you guys are like, I'm making new friends with you guys now. My closest friends are people who lived in the same accommodation as me last year, which are also my flatmates this year. So I feel like since you are gonna see the people that you live with 24/7, you're gonna spend nights with them and just see them first thing in the morning. I feel like it's just the easiest for you to make the closest bond with them. Therefore, my accommodation friends are my closest friends. Okay, the last question is from a viewer that submitted it from my last video that I said I'm gonna answer it. So the question is from the Dreamer the Magician. Oh, okay. I'll be going to the University of Sheffield to study psychology. Wow, I'm really happy for you. But I'm a little confused about the whole module thing. Where do we find what modules are available for us to choose, and how do we actually choose the module, confirm them, and where can I check to see if the composing module... Okay, everything you want to do is on Mole Sheffield. You do everything online. You should receive an email from your academic director saying that it's time for you to choose your module. And for me, I just picked it online and just picked enough credit to fill my credit 120 for the year. And also my timetable has been given, but it seemed very empty at the moment. Right, it will add up, okay? Like literally, I have a friend that does psychology as well, and her timetable is so empty, and it refreshed 2 days ago, and like she got 2 more lectures. So don't worry, it will refresh and add up. Just remember to, like, when you go on your app, just refresh your timetable, and you might have new lectures and classes. So don't worry until September 30th. If it's like a night before September 30th and your timetable is still empty, then that's concerning. But right now you still have plenty of time. The university is quite slow at like updating timetables, so don't worry about that. And modules, you do it online. I'm really not sure about like the specific details because I've done it already, and I feel like first year students do it differently than second year students. So for me, I just did it online. It's quick and easy. I just pick the stuff I want to do and just submit it through mole, but I don't know about the first year. I don't know if you have to write on paper and stuff, so you have to email the university for more assistance, because I don't want to answer this question and lead you to the wrong way. So yeah, I'm sorry I didn't help much, but yeah. Okay, so that is it for the questions and answer. I am actually so thirsty right now. I've talked so much, but I hope I've helped you guys in some way and answered your question as thoroughly as possible. This video is gonna be super long. Okay, so if you're going to Sheffield for intro week, which is on Monday, which is super soon, I hope you have an amazing intro week and hope your academic studies go well as well for your first year. And if you're already here for orientation week, I might have already met you, and thanks for saying hi if I did, and I hope you had a great time during orientation week. Yeah, so look forward to intro week because that's gonna be better, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!